to the Bronx Journal. I'm your guest host, Sheila Aquara. For the first time in its history, the City University of New York is building a green science building right here in the Bronx on the Lehman College campus. Today we have Dr. Moira Sauane, a cancer research biologist from the science department, who will speak to us about the contributions and impacts this facility will have on Lehman science students and professors. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, first and foremost, who's the chair of the science department?
Okay, there is no chair of the science department.
Okay.
Each department has their own chair, and for the Department of Biological Science, Professor Jones is the chair.
The head.
Yeah.
Now, when you say each department, so how many departments?
Well, there are different departments: biological science, mathematics. Different department has their own.
And they group them all together.
Exactly.
Now, why is there a new science building being constructed?
Okay, well, it's to make state-of-the-art labs of the ongoing research that we are doing, as well as to provide state-of-the-art education for our students.
And will this only be at Lehman campus, or do you know if this will also be taking place at the other CUNY campuses?
No. It's the first green building at CUNY.
And why green? Why not just reinvent a whole different state-of-the-art building?
Or just building, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lehman is committed to create a sustainable and green campus, and part of that is this building. Okay.
And right now, according to your knowledge, which is the top science school to go to?
Well, there are a lot of schools that their strengths they're in science. Although CUNY has been a top school,
a top contender.
Yes.
I only say this because I'm sure when they build this new green building, you'll get more of an influx of students.
Yeah, we were hoping that.
Do you think this will place a burden on the department or on the professors? Are they constructing more classes, for example?
Well, yes. The idea, the goal of the mission of this new building is to create an interdisciplinary center to improve the collaborations between faculties, researchers, as well as students.
So more one-on-one?
Well, yes. What happened in science is that it's becoming more and more common to have interdisciplinary centers, because science now, everything is connected, and the only way to study science is through different disciplines together and try to understand and improve our lifestyle, for example.
Okay. Now, will you have any new features or any new technologies, with the addition of the green building?
Yes. Well, it's going to be the labs are. We're going to have on each floor. We're going to have lab for research, labs for teaching, as well as classroom. And all of that, they're on each floor. We're going to have that, and they're all connected. Therefore, to try to merge teaching and science together, and for the students to learn and be close to the lab research that can be more interesting to start doing some research that they probably never were aware of before.
Yeah. And what preparations are being made?
Okay.
Right now, for example.
Okay. Right now, the building is almost finished.
It's almost finished?
Yeah. I mean, well, maybe it's because I'm very optimistic. No, it's true. We're going to start moving in this summer to the new building.
Okay. So do you have an expected date or month?
Well, yeah. In fact, I'm ordering new equipment, and the person.
You seem excited about that.
Yes, I'm extremely excited about that. And the person who has been instrumental in creating this green science building, called Renee Rotolo, and she has.
Who is she? What does she do?
Well, she's the head of this building
Okay.
construction. But the thing is, what she told me is that I can start ordering equipment in April to the new building. Therefore, it's not a fact, but it's more likely that May or April, May, it's going to be finished, completely finished.
Okay. And when it opens, will it be accessible to other students from other schools? Because I'm sure it'll attract.
Right. Yeah. Well, of course, it's open to students that they're taking courses or working in labs and research lab, and there are a lot of open areas, space that everybody that want to go, they can go and study and or meet.
Okay. But the students going to school currently at Lehman, will they be able to access the building like later at night? What are the cutoff times?
Well,
Do you have that in place?
science there is not a cutoff time, in fact, because we work really long hours or different hours there because our research require to stay or longer or at specific time during. But therefore, I'm not sure. At least, for example, for the moment, we are working and teaching at Davis Hall, and it's open. Always is open.
Talk to me about the central courtyard, because I heard that they're turning that into like a grassland or something.
Right. Well, this living area is going to be not only for faculties and students to work, like collecting samples, for example, plants or soil or water, but also for people to meet and hang out. It's just
oh, so it's not like a biological place where they'll be growing.
Could be, but I mean, it's planning
together?
to do. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Now, was there any hardship in converting the courtyard into that, or was that a simple process?
No, I think it's a simple, but probably the person who can answer that question is René Rotolo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're also building solar heat panels.
Right. We the building will recycle water too, and that to conserve the water. Yeah, it's green.
Have there been any difficulties right now as the construction is taking place? Where have the students been studying?
Well, the student has been studying. They always we use the Davis Hall for teaching as well as for research.
Okay, so there's not been any issues?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, and you said when will the building be ready for use again?
This summer.
This summer.
Yes.
And how many classrooms?
Yeah, well, see, as I told you, since on each floors we're going to have classrooms, and also there is going to be in the main floor, I think it's going to be a big lecture hall that for different lectures and seminars.
Okay, and I understand you're working on a current project, cancer research. Talk to me about that.
Okay, well, cancer therapies has been used, of course, to try to kill cancer cells, although traditional therapies like chemotherapy or radiation therapies, they have severe side effects, like kill indiscriminately cells, not only cancer cells, but also normal cells in our in different organs and patients. Okay. Therefore, the new generation of therapy, the idea is to avoid those side effects and then only kill cancer cells. But one of those new strategies, new therapies, are gene therapy. And basically, the gene therapy introduces a gene inside the cells that will kill cancer cells specifically. And it's harming cancer cells, but not normal cells. Okay. And to try to improve that therapy, gene therapy, what happened is we need to know exactly how these molecules that we are using, those genes that we are using, are working, the mechanisms of actions. And that's what we are doing. Basically, we work with different genes that they're already in clinical trials in patients, and we try to find out the mechanism of action. And of course, for two reasons, the two major reasons. One is to rule out any adverse effect, and the other is to improve its therapeutic effect.
And have you been making good progress in the
Oh,
research?
yes.
How long have you been working on it?
Well, I started working at Columbia University, and what I had been done is to try to find basically the mechanism of one of the genes that is already in clinical trials. And I found basically the majority of the signal, what we call signal transduction pathways, meaning how this gene works.
Right.
And that lead us to several patents, and of course help us to try to improve the gene therapy, because we are using, knowing the mechanism of actions, we can improve the effect. And this gene, it's very good because has everything that you wish to have for a gene therapy. Basically only kill cancer cells, but doesn't have any effect on normal cells. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. I'm excited about seeing the new science building, and I'm
too.
sure people can take tours, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any website or place that people can go to find information?
Yes. Yeah, you can go to Lehman College website and then look for the new science building. And there are a lot of information.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
and this will
me
make
too.
your job easier, I'm thinking.
Yes, much more easier.
Okay.
Yeah.